Hey friends, welcome back. You're probably wondering who's this person on the screen that's hijacking the channel. Well, it is I, Artem Kalinchuk, who's behind the videos. I'm trying out a new format, so please do let me know in the comments what you think. Also, I'm upgrading my workspace here in the background, so it might be a little bit messy and unfinished. I might do a little tour of my workspace in future videos, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's get back to the video. If you've been watching my previous videos, you know that I have a big passion for vintage computers, and particularly the Mark 8 mini computer created by John Titus. I've always wanted to meet John Titus in person, but I just had no idea how to find him. Or honestly didn't even know if he was still with us. Until recently, when I ran into him by accident through another enthusiast, Len Bales. After having some back and forth via email, he graciously agreed to meet with me for a short interview. Before he could change his mind, I quickly packed my suitcase and flew out to Salt Lake City, where he is based. I flew in on Saturday and the interview was on Sunday, so I had some time to kill. I'm a big backpacking fan and have been doing it for a while, and seeing how I, ended up in Salt Lake City, I thought I would check out a few places around the area. So I set off on a few hikes and did some exploring. The Salt Lake City area has quite a few different hikes and some really good ones, so if you're really into backpacking or hiking, I would definitely recommend it. Sunday afternoon finally came and I drove out to the barbecue place that John had recommended. Once inside, I noticed a familiar face and introduced myself formally. Len Bales also came along to help pry John's brain during the interview. Not only did John agree to meet me for an hour and a half for an interview, but he also paid for my lunch. That's just the kind of person that John is. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any camera equipment to record the interview, and the location wasn't ideal, but I did record the audio and transcribed it. You can find the transcribed interview on the GitHub page, which I will link to in the description down below. But here's a short snippet of it.
I could write and read from the memory and see the results on the LEDs. And as I wrote, it automatically incremented the address. Then I thought, okay, maybe this is going to work. So I looked for my 8008 chip and I couldn't find it. I did eventually find it that night, but it was in the pocket of a suit coat. I had done a presentation someplace and take the 8008 chip with me in a little plastic case, and I put it in my pocket and forgot it was there and didn't take it out. So the next day after I found it, I plugged it in, and that night it worked.
It worked.
I could do that jump program just from address 0 to address 100, address 100 back to 0. I could press a single step and it would actually go through it. I was just amazed.
Magic.
I think I got into bed at 3 o'clock that night. I woke up my wife and I said, hey, it works. Okay, back to sleep.
John then proceeded to sign my Mark 8 front panel, which I brought with me. I couldn't bring the whole computer, so I just took the front panel off and he signed that. And he also signed my copy of the Radio Electronics magazine featuring the Mark 8 mini computer. I'll be sure to frame it and hang it on the wall behind me somewhere. It was an honor meeting the man and the legend John Titus. My goal is to build and document vintage computers such as the Mark 8 to make it more available and accessible to more people to experience. I will also be sharing details on some other components for the Mark 8 mini computer, including the video card and a ROM board, which Len designed. All of this and more is coming soon, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm upgrading my workspace, which is why you haven't seen many videos lately. But more videos are coming soon, so be on the lookout. Bye-bye.